Hi, I'm Plami, and in this episode of Ray Decay, I'm gonna be reacting to the relatively recent comeback of a solo artist that I've actually surprisingly enjoyed her music quite a lot, that being SOMI with her song Dum Dum. And yes, I know it's been more than a month, closer to 2 months it's getting actually since the release of this song, but I've been very overwhelmed with the amounts of K-pop releases during the summer and I was just unable to really keep up with it. So at one point I decided to just prioritize the ones that I genuinely cared about, like reacting to the groups that I listened to, that I was a fan of first and foremost. So now that I'm done with those for the most part, I'm starting to delve into some of the other releases because I want to check them out. And for Somi, I can't say that I'm a fan right now. I liked her songs so far. I've liked her debut song, Birthday, and I liked What You're Waiting For a lot as well. But I still don't really consider myself a fan because I don't really feel great being a fan of YG groups. I've talked about it before and I'm not gonna repeat it right now, but I just find myself struggling being a fan of YG artists. And I know that she is under a sub-label, not directly under YG, but that still applies. But yeah, I don't know. I usually kind of use the 3-song rule for artists before I solidly decide whether I like them or not, and I guess this one is gonna be the third one, so it's gonna be decided whether I'm gonna become a fan of SOMI or not. Because as I said, I liked Birthday, I liked What You're Waiting For even more, and now I'm curious where this song is going to sit in comparison to those two other songs. So I guess let's go and find out in 3, 2, 1. And she's so pretty. Also, one thing that I can definitely commend her for, despite being under YG, she definitely has the most different songs from any YG artist. What the hell? Okay. Well, that's such a jarring vibe difference between these two parts of the song. One is very cutesy, and I kind of like it, and the other one it's kind of like girl crushy, I guess. I definitely will need a second listen before I decide how I feel about this one. God, she's so pretty. She's unbelievably pretty. Okay, I really like the concept for the music video at least. There are certain parts of it where it feels like they just had some drugs when they were making it. Okay, I'm not gonna watch the credit part here. Why is this song so short? Wait, now I just realized that it's like 2 minutes and 30 seconds? Is the actual song that short? Why? I mean, maybe there's a little bit more here that I'm... No, it seems like it's just fucking credits. Well, I mean, where do I start really? Um, I definitely need a second listen before I decide whether I like it or not like it. But right now, I definitely didn't enjoy this song as much on the first listen as much as I did for Birthday and What You Waiting For. Honestly, even combined, I just didn't really vibe with this song. There are parts with it of it that I vibe, like I genuinely kind of vibe with both the girl crush part and the more cutesy and happy part of the song if they were on their own, but I'm not sure how well they jive together in this one song. That's why I feel like I'll need a second listen. Maybe on the second listen it's gonna feel better, because usually it does. But yeah, I don't know. I definitely like the vibe that I'm getting during the cutesy parts. They're kind of wholesome and everything. And how to say it, like SOMI just makes it work for me and makes me really feel, I mean, for lack of a better term, butterflies in my stomach during the happy scenes where she's crushing on this guy. I don't know why, but that's how she makes me feel during those scenes. Maybe I'm also crushing on her. Who knows? But during the girl crush parts, I mean, they're fine, but the beginning of the chorus is personally not something that I like. I don't really like instrumental choruses like that, especially when they're so simple and nothing is happening. It's just a generic bass beat. I don't really like that. The second half of it is better because there's some actual singing and everything, but the beginning of it, which is supposed to be the drop, I really don't vibe with it. But still, as usual, I'm gonna give it a second listen before I say my final piece. So without further ado, let's get into it again in 3, 2, 1. She really gives a certain flavor to her songs, man, that I really like. She's so cute! I can't take it! She genuinely might be my personal most beautiful female idol. She's just unbelievably pretty. Like, this part of the chorus, I'm not a big fan of. From this part onwards, I do kind of start to like it, but the beginning, I do not like it. Although, it is a little bit I'm starting to get used to it. But yeah, I don't think the cute and girl crush parts of the song vibe together really well. Personally, I prefer the more, this part of the song more. The more emotional and vocal-based part of the song. I mean, that's kind of what You Waiting For was, and I guess that's why I liked it so much. Yeah, this ending is also pretty good. I think I also realized why exactly I feel butterfly in my stomach whenever I look at SOMI. It's gonna be a little bit personal, so maybe you don't care about this, but it's because I guess she is my goals if I ever manage to transition properly. Because if you don't know, if you haven't been subscribed to my channel long enough to know that I'm actually trans, but I am really pretty much in a situation in which I can't really transition. I live in a very homophobic country, so can't really do much about it because I'm also unemployed and living with my parents, and it's just not really a way for me to transition. So I don't know if that's ever gonna happen, but it's making me feel, I guess, gender euphoric whenever I see her, because she's so pretty and she's what I want to be, I guess, if I ever manage to transition. But you don't really care about that. Let's get back to the song. Yeah, honestly, this one is dead last for me in terms of her songs. I still haven't really checked out any of her B-sides because I'm pretty sure she has had at least a couple of them. Even though I'm convinced that all her songs so far have been single albums, but maybe you guys can correct me on that. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is gonna be probably dead last, even if we include those B-sides, because the combination of the more emotional and soulful and happy and cute part of the song with the more girl crush just doesn't work. I think they should have committed to either or, not to both of them at the same time in the same song. And it doesn't help the fact that the song is like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So yeah, I don't know. I don't hate it completely or anything, and maybe it's gonna get even better after a few more listens, but I am a little disappointed because the quality overall is still there. It's just that for some dumb reason they decided to combine two completely different tones in one song, and it just doesn't work. But hey, who am I to say that? Maybe you guys disagree, that's fine, comment down below, let's have a discussion about it. And yeah, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but if there are B-sides with this title track and you want me to check them out, definitely make sure to comment it down below as well, so I know there is a demand for a reaction to some B-sides, because I do have a personal interest to check out some of her B-sides, but knowing that people will want to see something like that definitely would make me do more likely to do it more quickly, so do that. And yeah, before we end this video, I also want to give a huge thanks to my currently one and only patron on Patreon, Omari Bridgman. If you want to join that person in supporting me, you can do that on both Patreon, as I just mentioned, and on the my recently created Ko-fi account, which, for those of you who don't know what Ko-fi is, it's essentially just a website just like Patreon, where you can support your favorite creators. The main difference being that Patreon feels like it's more intended for long-term support and giving benefits and perks, something that you can still do on Ko-fi as well, but Ko-fi is first and foremost more intended for no strings attached donations, aka buying somebody a coffee. So if you want to support me on either of those websites, you can do that by going down in the description below and clicking on the links to them. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the link in the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me over there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, like I just said, you can go to my Patreon and my Ko-fi account and pledge your support over there, because you will also be supporting me not just for my videos or for the stories that I write on Wattpad, but also because, as I mentioned earlier, I am trans and I do have a wish to transition at some point in the future, but at this point in time I don't have the funds, I don't have the means to transition, so I would appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to that. But if you don't want to do it monetarily, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!